I don't know.
I'd like to think he'd watch it back and think about it a little.
Like I said earlier, he said he was, if he has to play Skuxxy, he would bring up the Fox. He says he has a practice partner, I can't remember their tag now, someone I know, who is a Puff player apparently, so he has a decent amount of practice. He thinks his Fox is pretty good.
He seemed pretty confident earlier.
Yeah.
About talking to him about
the
sets.
He was concerned about having the Skuxxy bracket. I think he would have rather play as Falco, but you know he's got a plan. I think he's confident.
There's a game plan going here.
That's for sure, but I don't think I wouldn't be surprised if either of these guys took this. Age got him. Yeah, and he gets a reverse forward smash. I saw Skuxxy hit one of those on Sechi in the last set he played on stream, but I'm not sure it was quite the same intention. But maybe that's the Skuxxy reverse forward smash with Puff.
There it is.
He just snipes him with up air. I feel like ModestMajor's Fox is right now. It's reminding me a little bit of Plub. The way that he moves around, sort of throws at aerials, runs around, throws at some like, lasers. The little approaching up tilt there. Well, land approach up tilt. Lots of platform movement. I like it. I'm a big fan of Pub's playstyle on this one. Oh, and he just fishes it out.
There it is, sleepy time.
Is that a trade? It is. There we are. It's interesting as well because there was sort of a extended period of 30 seconds or something there where ModestMajor just running around, throwing out lasers and aerials, and then Skuxxy just comes in, finds one hit and gets arrested. And another one. That was off an extended punish though. Interesting. Okay, that could have gone further. I see why I went for that.
I wonder if he felt time limited.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Skuxxy coming with the same nair again there to try and beat the lasers. ModestMajor coming into the strategy.
Lasers are working, they're building up the damage slowly.
That's for sure. If he can find another up air like he did on the first stock, then with the shark. Accidentally pressing the second jab doesn't work out.
There's always still that breast risk. That's hard to say. Breast risk.
I don't know if he's oh, there it's literally the same up air.
There it is.
Same as before. This is looking tight. Well, you know, Skuxxy one rest away from any. Oh, there's the pound. And it's looking like it might be it. That's it. He got it up. There we are. I feel like we saw quite a few times that game. ModestMajor did a pretty good job with the laser camping. He definitely got a lot of damage out of it, but at the times where he was losing neutral in there, it was going pretty badly for him. So maybe be a bit more mindful of how Skuxxy is approaching to sort of beat the laser mix-ups. He's sort of hard drifting in with like a nair or pound. ModestMajor committing to the playstyle, sort of seeing a similar thing. You know, Stadium providing him a lot more room to do the runaway laser technique. Oh, that was good up for up air. No DR on the throw. ModestMajor jumps forward and then drifts back into Puff with the up air to stop the SCI from being effective. Clearly knows what he's doing. Yeah, so does Skuxxy.
He's got the read now. He's downloaded the knowledge.
He knows the matchup, that's for sure. Yeah, Skuxxy clearly struggling to deal with the laser technique now that ModestMajor has more space. It's the Fox Classic, really. Fox Puff Classic, I should say. Oh, it's a tiny shield. Oh, that's an M&M! That's a dead Puff, and that shield breaks. That was some frames off of breaking.
That was
tiny.
Shield pressure and a half there.
That was like an M&M after you've like taken the shell off. That was like a tiny M&M.
That was like a Smartie, to be honest.
It's probably smaller than M&Ms they are, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Especially the mini ones you can get.
Oh, that back air. I don't know if that was that's some sealed ModestMajor's fate, not being able to drift in and grab ledge. Skuxxy doing a good job there of you know, making back some momentum on that stock. It's definitely made ModestMajor feel like he needs to approach a bit more. Good DI on the jab, gets away from the up smash. Oh, when he misses the jump, so the pound does not convert. Yeah, this is where I'm interested to see if ModestMajor has the matchup knowledge, because he's definitely playing neutral well and he's doing a good job of racking up percent. And, you know,
he's playing it slow and steady, which I think is what needs to be done.
I think that's perfectly fine. He just, you know, needs to find a way of getting kills like he did in the first game with his up airs. And I think, you know, the extra space is doing really good for letting him rack up damage, but because Skuxxyy is playing so far away from him, every time ModestMajor tries to come in at all, oh, and he misses another burst. Probably maybe worth going for that percent, who knows, but yeah, every time ModestMajor's coming in, Skuxxyy is more room to drift away. That's the double-edged sword of having more space. So it's actually proving kind of hard for him to find a kill. Oh, that was sexy. I like that. Oh, he's lost his space now, though.
There's a trap.
Oh, but the full drift in there, it whiffs, but then he gets the up smash anyway. Skuxxyy trying to counter attack there against the neutral air.
It's wait time.
I remember watching a Mango analysis once, and he was saying, you know, I think it was a Fox Puff analysis, might have been him versus Hungry Rocks, and he was saying, be very careful with approaching from side platforms against characters, because it's super telegraphed to come off the side platform there, but so ModestMajor come down from the top platform with a transformation all the way down to the floor of the nair, and it seemed to work out.
He knows.
Yes, it's been a pretty solid game now. I think he's found a way to get kills, so the strategy's definitely worked out.
He's watched and he's learned.
There's the running up air again. It seems to be working out well for him, because if you've got a lot of momentum going forward that up air, it seems like it's pretty hard to Puff to punish that. I'm not sure she can come down with anything fast enough to threaten you. Maybe just has to take the advantage straight from you having gone past her towards the ledge. But
I don't know how you counter or outplay it.
no, I have no idea. Oh, the mid shorten. He's got him with Fox as well as Falco. Oh.
Shield pressure.
I wonder if he could have done anything to counter-attack against that forward smash on shield. I don't know what the best option is there. Probably wait for that shield shine, who knows? I'm not a Fox mate. This is the clutch Skuxxyy moment. Oh, he gets oh, that's some brilliant coverage on the edge guard. Oh, but he gives on the ledge. That was a dead Fox. Didn't need to do that.
This is ModestMajor.
ModestMajor still trying to find an arrows and trying to find a strail for a good 40 seconds now. That soft back is not going to do it, not even really that close.
But racking up to danger percent.
Soft nair, the ledge manages to
need
clear
a
it
little
out.
smack.
Yeah, the tiniest little bit next to the ledge will do it. Spelling the Puff does early myth though. I think Skuxxyy has been living to high percents. It's really the ModestMajor's been dominating the neutral. Skuxxyy has not been really trying to counterplay the lasers by avoiding them. He's been trying to sort of flow into the game state, try and find a way to get a meaningful opening out of the laser by being patient, trying to get some sort of rest set up. It's been worked out for him in game one pretty well. Not so much that game. Ah, he doesn't get the jab. One of the first successful SDIs I've seen on up air there. Could have just whiffed. It's interesting. I think after game 2 it feels like ModestMajor has the momentum, but this matchup can be so stage dependent that I feel like momentum shifts quite easily between games. So right now it doesn't feel like someone's running away with momentum.
No, Puff's going to be a lot harder to kill here. There's a higher ceiling stage, so more damage needs to be done.
Much harder to kill. Platforms, I don't think afford Fox a huge amount in terms of kill setups.
Not in this matchup either, I don't think.
No, you can convert, if you can manage to get Puff on the platform, it's great, but it's not something that happens very often.
No. Puff don't need to land.
Well, that's true, yeah. It's also, a lot of the time, most characters, you can throw characters up and they're well, against space in it, you can throw characters up onto the platform. But Puff is just going to go flying into the air and throw it off. It's been a bit more, well, most players playing fairly conservative in this stock. Oh, another missed rest. Not quite killing though. I wanted the platform but a tiny bit higher up, I might have done it. It didn't look super duper close to killing those, so...
It was, I think, just really good DI. You saw the angle.
And there's the rest.
Yeah. You saw the angle to it.
Even on Fountain, that's going to kill.
Even in the game out.
Is it? Oh, laser right in his face. There's another pound. Oh, he called out the spot dodge. Oh, game attack just clips it.
He's shielding some more of the lasers now.
Yes, maybe he started like realised that
they do rack up damage.
Yeah,
Like,
he took a lot of laser damage in the first 2 games.
Like, they don't do much, but when it happens again and again and again...
I wonder if he's sort of trying to adapt his strategy of how to deal with them from being super defensive to going in a little bit more. Particularly because I think... Oh, the Sharks with an up air again. He's got less space than he did on Stadium anyway, so he has to kind of close some of the distance somehow. It's a bit easier to close the distance maybe, so maybe he's trying to get ModestMajor to come to him, or perhaps he's just like less content with taking lasers. He's trying to find a way in with the less space he has to traverse to get to ModestMajor. Oh, he's just close with the Fodder. I think in our collective melee understanding, we've seen the situation a lot at top level melee. We've become accustomed to the idea, I think, internally that in this situation, even if Puff has the lead, it feels like the Fox is the one that's scared. Because they're always scared of like the quick combo to a rest, or the quick short combo to an edge guard situation, to like a wall of pain edge guard. But ModestMajor staying cool, sticking to the game plan. The lack of platform on the other side of the stage actually making it kind of hard for Skuxxyy to approach, because ModestMajor can easily come in with that full hop nair, go for an up smash. The platform's there, it blocks his nair from coming down. He's come back to help him now. Ooh! There's the back air. Skuxxyy looking mad like he missed something there.
Yeah, I think if ModestMajor had lost that, he'd have been a bit... It would have been a hard comeback.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
The fact he's won it, I think there's confidence there.
And when you get come back on by Puff like that in particular, it steals the momentum. So if you're like, oh, I'm playing this last stock well, game plan's working, and then suddenly you're rested. Commentator's curse.
What you were saying?
Yeah.
And on this stage, there's not much you can do to get a kill.
Interesting that Skuxxyy decided to go to Fountain. I've only just realised that. Decided to go there instead of to Dreamland. I think there's an increasing school of thought that you save your best counter pick for last, because it's actually the most tense game of the set. So
maybe. Also, Fountain is quite good for floaties.
In general, it is.
It's quite a wide stage. It's a small stage, but the kind of box of the stage is big. You can live a long time.
Yeah, that's true. The traditional point of view was that Fountain was a good stage, well, the counter pick for Puff against Fox because of the high ceiling, but as time has gone on, people have sort of, well, Hungrybox at least has come to the conclusion that actually Battlefield is maybe a better counter pick for him because of the platform structure and the way the space works, the ledge as well. Skuxxyy is a Puff player that he loves rest, you know, it's the reason he plays Puff, he just loves rest. And so maybe having less space allows him to go for rest ups a little more reliably, you know, catching those laser runaways. So, but kind of pick didn't quite work out for him. This one just seemed to be though, as you would expect. So, yeah, there it is. No edge guard.
Firefox is vulnerable. Smacking.
Oh, I guess a fall through. And I think Dreamland, I mean, I'm sure Skuxxyy knew this and was thinking, you know, I'll save my Dreamland counter pick for later because it will gain momentum when I do win the match. But the fact that ModestMajor is committing to this laser strategy, I'm running around trying to get a stray or to get a kill option rather than going for a lot of up for repairs, suggests that Dreamland would work particularly well against him, just because those stray arrows he's going for aren't going to kill him to a much higher percent.
Yeah.
Ooh, Skuxxyy should be able to make this. Yeah, he's got it. Doesn't miss any reverse pounds. Give it a hard read there, running along the stage, trying to catch ModestMajor's landing after the up throw.
Modest got a big hill to climb here.
Very big. Oh, that's close. Could have killed. What I've been told, I think the magical percent at Dreamland, I think it might be 78 for my up for up air kills. It's something similar to that, so I'm slightly short. Someone quote me on that if I'm wrong. It's somewhere in the 70s. Oh, that's good conversion to the up air there. Gets the edge cancelled just with a bit of flash.
Nice. Out of interest, so ModestMajor has got the practice against the Puff, but why against Fox? Is Fox just generally better?
Yeah, in general, like I think it's quite an uncomfortable matchup for most Falcos. Without touching on the subject of how bad of a matchup it really is, Falcos don't generally like it. It's a bit of an awkward matchup. And I think the thing is, a lot of spacey players, if they play Falco, they generally have a good Fox. You know, a lot of the tech skill is sort of transferable, even though the characters play quite differently. So, if you're generally sort of comfortable with your Fox play, and you're not like a dedicated Falco player like someone like Frenzy, then bringing on the Fox might just make sense for you, particularly if like you feel like your playstyle doesn't really fit too heavy on Puff.
I guess that would make sense.
I'd imagine that's why ModestMajor's playing it anyway. I think it's you know, a lot of Falco players, you know, they want to be able to like force their opponent into shield and then like work on mix-ups out in that sort of situation. So Puff is not going to be spending a lot of time on the ground and shield. It's quite hard to do that. That being said, Falco can get Puff into shield, so it's not impossible, but it's definitely a matchup that plays differently. And when you've got another character who's you know, you'll have a good Fox as well, then you may as well play as them.
Does make sense.
I know Frenzy's record against Maxi was never too good, so but he never went Fox, as far as I'm aware. I think it's just so to get the Falco to work, which is a respectful attitude. Oh, these drills! Oh, pressure! I mean, a lot of the time you'll see people counterpick your Fox against Puff, you know, Falco main or not, being like, oh, you know, this matchup's so much better than my main versus Puff, which might be true. But you can tell they don't know the matchup, and they're just relying on having a better base level of play. Don't want to do it too dirty, but if you look up Triff versus Solo Battle from Valhalla 3, the most recent Valhalla, it's not a pretty set. Triff's Fox was...
I remember watching that.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was painful.
Super strange as well. Triff ran one of Peach game 1, and then dropped 3 games of Fox, but...
Yeah, it was a bit weird, because obviously he had the advantage and then he just kind of threw it away.
Yeah, strange, very strange.
Maybe he was trying to be Armada, that's all I can think.
perhaps, yeah. I know he's a big Armada fan, no surprise, but...
Wanted to be able to destroy the Puff with the Fox.
ModestMajor, though, making it look like a good idea to switch to Fox, that's for sure. So competitive set, though, it's still anyone's game. Anyone's set, I should say. High percent again. I'd love to have some slippy stats on the screen after this just to see how much damage Skuxxyy has taken. He's been living to high percent almost every stop.
Yeah.
But you know, it's not to say that he's been... Oh, and there it is. Finds the up air. He's been getting a few of those, just catching out. ModestMajor coming in, calling out with an up air, converting it to a rest. Oh, that was the mistech, but he doesn't go for the rest follow-up. He thinks he can get a better punish. Skuxxyy is going in right now. Try to steal some momentum.
Aggro game.
Mid-Sean from ModestMajor. You want to catch him missing those. Oh, tournament winner. Oh, yeah. I could have up smashed that. But that's a great idea. Wouldn't have killed, but we've done better than nothing. And this is the game 5 strats. The game 5 on this, stay on the ledge, exhaust your momentum.
I think keeping the distance here is a shout. Let the Puffer come to you.
Yeah, of course. Don't let the ledge camping get to you. Notable slow down to the rate of play.
Yeah, there's a lot more. It's distance now. No one's engaging.
There is a well, I've not checked, and I don't know for a fact, but I'd imagine there's a ledge guard limit in place here. So using the ledge too much could cost Skuxxy. But that being said, we are pretty far away from a timeout. So unless ModestMajor were to commit to a hard timeout strategy, it's probably not the best thing. Probably not a big thing for Skuxxy to be worrying about. ModestMajor as well, not dropping frames on his movement, just like Skuxxyy, running in with things like up air and just immediately getting out of there, not giving Skuxxy any chance to whiff punish. Yeah, I mean, Skuxxy's defensive gameplay there didn't get him too far. We would be speaking about it differently if that power connected and they'd taken him to a rest.
Again,
Gets the shine to get out of the combo.
It's quite satisfying, that, actually.
Yeah, counter shines.
And it's just like, oh!
I looked away from the screen for a split second and he's dead.
That was it.
Ooh.
No follow-up, though.
That wasn't far off killing. Sticking to the game plan though, it seems to be working out. Ooh. That's not Fodder. He's not taking any damage since he got rested. This is the true test of ModestMajor. Can he find a way? The Skuxxy retreat to ledge every single time ModestMajor moves forward. He's playing the puff strategy. He's gone to stage, it's not worked out.
Woohoo! Last stock, let's go.
It's another close one. Another game 5 last stock set from Skuxxy. Oh, he doesn't get the jab reset.
The lasers are coming out thick and fast.
Yeah, and
it's a wall, it's a wall!
ModestMajor going right to the corner as well. He doesn't want to mess with Skuxxy's approach. Skuxxy coming on stage now, not committing to a ledge capping strategy, realizing that if he just stays near the ledge, he probably won't get any mileage out of it. ModestMajor will just keep firing lasers. He's taking the center stage that ModestMajor's giving him. Skuxxy still trying to fish for that final rest setup. Oh, he goes for the grab.
The spacing here.
Two lasers. This is a... Oh, there it is! There it is.
Oh no.
There it is.
Oh.
Feels bad for ModestMajor. That was a tough...
That was